Writer and activist Arundhati Roy held a press conference earlier today in the capital. Let's take a look at what she said.
Prime Minister again and even the Home Minister is talking about how Naxalism is the biggest challenge that India is facing. So we are facing many problems from our neighbours, but also within India, Naxalism, they keep on, re-emphasizing is the biggest issue. Your comment on that?
Well, the first time it was, sort of flagged as the biggest internal security challenge was in 2005, at the time when the government signed hundreds of memorandums of understanding, handing over forests and mountain ranges and rivers to mining companies and infrastructure companies. And anyone who was resisting the takeover of their homelands suddenly became called Naxalite or Maoist or a terrorist. That was around the time that the People's Militia, which now turns out to have been supported by corporates as well as governments, the Salwa Judum was formed. 2005, for a few years, the Salwa Judum sort of raped and looted and burnt its way through the jungles of Bastar, but failed. Then there was Operation Green Hunt, which has also sort of come to a halt. Now, it hasn't come to a halt, it's gone off the radar, but still the search and cordon operations and things are on. But now the real thing is to call out the army. Yet those memorandums of understanding are all very secret. The terms on which they've been signed are very secret. The people of this country do not know on what terms their natural heritage has been just turned over to these corporates. Obviously, anyone who's resisting it is going to be called a security challenge, a security threat, a terrorist. Adivasis who are in the forest just sowing their fields and living at home are now being called terrorists. Anybody who didn't join the Salwa Judum and come out into the roadside camps is a terrorist. So obviously it's just more of the same, and ratcheting up this tired old rhetoric isn't going to solve the problem, because what we have is a real problem, which is slowly devolving, not slowly, quickly devolving into a situation of war, where the army and the air force are going to be called out in a couple of years' time against the poorest people of this country.